I'm calling to order the September 10th meeting of the Montgomery County Planning Commission. And as chair, I'd like to request a moment of silence for the victims of the 9/11 tragedy. Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Linkus, if you will determine quorum.
Mr. Kroll. Mr. Miller.
Here.
Ms. Sharp Robinson.
Here.
Ms. Simpkins.
Here.
Mr. Waltz.
Here.
Mr. Workman.
Here.
I'm here. Vice Chair Foster.
Here.
Chair Rice.
Here. And we have the agenda in front of you.
Second.
So a motion for approval of the agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed likewise. And the consent agenda consists of the final plat for Walnut Creek and Capstone. And I think that we have some context going to be provided by Justin Sanders.
Sorry, we have two plats this evening for consideration. These are a little bit different than what we would normally bring to you just due to the timing of meetings. We have asked that you would approve Walnut Creek Phase 3 Section 2 with two conditions attached to that approval. The first is that all review comments would be addressed prior to approval by the Board of Supervisors. We have been in touch with Environmental Services. There is a sediment detention area that's part of one of the open space areas in this plat. They've been working with the developer to resolve an issue in that sediment basin, and they're continuing to work on that, and our hope is that that would get resolved prior to the Board of Supervisors action. And then we still have the review by the county attorney of the private covenants and then the stormwater maintenance agreement. Those are standard pieces that we require in all plats, but just because we are working to expedite that review and get that to the Board of Supervisors, we're asking for that from you. You'll notice also on Capstone Phase 1, we're also asking for approval with those same two conditions noted. That plat is, I think there's one outstanding comment on that plat that's needed, so we don't foresee that being an issue getting resolved before the Board of Supervisors action. With Capstone, I also wanted to point out this is a little different than what you normally see. There's no previous rezoning that was attached to this one. This is a by right subdivision development outside of the town of Blacksburg on Graves Avenue. Normally, you would see a rezoning that would have been associated with a project like this, but because this one is by right, just wanted to point that out to you, that it was a bit different. But assuming no one has any problems, we would ask for approval of the consent agenda.
So moved.
So the consent agenda consists of the final plats with the two conditions for each plat. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have a motion for approval of the consent agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed likewise. The chair votes aye for approval. We'll move into public address portion of our meeting. If there's anyone that would like to approach the commission, do so at this time. And seeing none, we will move on to old business, which none is listed, nor is there any new business. So that takes us to the liaison reports. And first up is the Board of Supervisor, Supervisor King, Mr. Todd King. As well as a Public Service Authority member.
Thank you all for having me here. Most of the majority of the Board of Supervisors approved the county to take over the operation of PSA, if y'all know that. And so that takes effect next month. Mm-hmm. And that's about all I got right now.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. King. The Blacksburg Planning Commission with Ms. No report. Planning Commission for Christiansburg, I have no report. I don't believe we had any meetings, have we? And the Radford Planning Commission, Ms. Simpkins?
I did attend their regular meeting on July 21st. They had two items. One was electing officers, and then the second new item was new business, where the New River Community Action submitted an application for the rezoning on a property known as 212 3rd Avenue to request to rezone a portion from B3 to central business to R4 multifamily. And so the recommendation was approved to take it forward. That's all I have. And they have a meeting coming up on Monday, the next Monday. So I'll report on that one. That's it.
Thank you. Tourism Council with Mr. Miller? No meeting. And Mr. Workman with the Parks and Rec?
We'll meet tomorrow, so no report now.
Okay. And then we got a plan director's report. Mr. Saunders?
I'm not letting you all out that easy. I'm sorry. I have quite a few things
For record.
to report this evening. Ms. Hopkins is recovering well from her medical procedure. She sends you her well wishes and thanks all of you for your good thoughts and prayers. We're anxious to have her back in the office in a few weeks. Kim Wright has also returned to the office after her medical procedure. She has a long road ahead of her in her treatments, but she is very optimistic and is in good spirits, so we are going to continue to support her as we go through the next year. I wanted to remind you all of a few upcoming meetings of the commission. On October the 6th, we have our joint meeting with the Board of Supervisors. That will be here at the Government Center in Multipurpose Room 2. Dinner will start at 6:30, and then we'll begin our meeting at 7. Before you leave this evening, please see me or Shelley to let us know if you have any dietary restrictions that we need to pass along, and please confirm your attendance with us for that meeting before you leave this evening. I had sent an email regarding our next regular commission meeting. That will be on October the 8th. We will have a vote on the recommendations from the Agriculture and Forestal District Committee to review at that meeting, and we anticipate that the Black Diamond Special Use Permit applications will be back for review at that meeting as well. Please also confirm with Shelley or I this evening before you leave your attendance at that meeting so that we can ensure we have a quorum present. We have been very busy as a staff over the past several months holding our village meetings as part of Montgomery Matters. I'm happy to report that we have completed those village meetings. We had our Plum Creek Village meeting last evening here at the Government Center. Unfortunately, the weather did not cooperate with us last week to hold that meeting in Plum Creek at Plum Creek Park. But we had good attendance last night, more than we anticipated, and got some very, very good feedback from the community for Plum Creek. We also hosted our Shawsville Village meeting on August the 21st and had a very good attendance at that meeting as well. We had a very good meeting today with our consulting team on next steps. I have our first chapter in hand to review and edit and send back to the consultants. So we are moving right along with drafting the plan. And we have a good game plan going forward on getting those chapters reviewed and getting a good draft together to review with you in the next few months. We also are preparing to give you an update at the joint meeting on the village engagement that we've done over the past few months, and then we'll also be discussing some elements related to the future land use map that we'll be creating going forward. We'll also be talking about some housing programming as well as transportation planning at that joint meeting on October the 6th, so it will be a full evening. I want to also say congratulations to Mr. Rice and Mr. Foster on their reappointment last evening to the Planning Commission for another term.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, we're looking forward to continuing to serve with you. And Mr. Kroll's not here this evening, but he was also reappointed back in July. I wanted to make sure that that was noted for the record, and we appreciate your all service to the commission and to the citizens of Montgomery County. I wanted to also remind you that we have 2 studies that the staff is working on. We have received a final report on the Valley to Valley Trail study. There is a public survey out regarding alignments for that trail through Montgomery County. and through the region. So I will be sending that link out to you via email. We really encourage you to take that survey and help us determine a future alignment for the trail. Again, this would connect the New River Trail down in Pulaski County through Montgomery all the way to the Roanoke Valley Greenway. So creating a trail connection between the Roanoke and New River Valleys. We're also continuing to work on a study with the Office of Intermodal Planning and Investment for the Commonwealth along the Prices Fork corridor, looking at improvements that can be made there. That study area is from the traffic circle on Main Street in downtown Blacksburg all the way to McCoy Road, looking at potential pedestrian improvements, multimodal improvements, and safety improvements along the corridor. We are working jointly with the state, with a consulting firm and the town of Blacksburg on that study. So more to come. There will be public engagement that will be happening as part of that study in Prices Fork, and we really look forward to the feedback that we're going to get there. And with that, that is all for me.
How about that? Is there any other items to address? Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Miller, fortunately, your microphone was off and we didn't hear anything about your filibuster.
All right, well, then I will entertain a motion and a second to adjourn. We've got a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, likewise. I think that is a record. I think it's a record. 11-minute meeting. 11-minute meeting.
By 3.
Uh-huh. Well, I'll have